we're going to see how do I do a Safekeeper ritual. So you're going to want to do it the same time every morning. And I choose to do it with the commitments because they're tied in so close to each other. So we review our commitments, which we're going to talk about in just a moment, and then we talk about the Safekeeper ritual. You're going to need some things to be able to do the Safekeeper ritual. You're going to need to have an item for each child. You can have a popsicle stick. You can have a stick with their picture on it. You could have a rock. You could have a little toy that represents each child. I encourage you to write their name, have their picture, especially for our younger children, so that they can easily identify it. So you want to have that, and then you want to have a little box that can fit everyone's stick in it that you can close and lock to represent that you are keeping them safe. So how do I introduce this? What does it look like? So we're doing our Brain Smart Start. We've just gone through the commitment piece, and then it's time to do the Safekeeper ritual. So I have my box, and I have the sticks. So when I refer to the sticks, that's my item that I have for each child. And so I will take out a stick one by one for every child, and I'm going to say, Maria, are you willing to keep it safe today? And she's going to respond by, yes, I will keep it safe. I will put Maria's stick inside the treasure box, pick up another one. Mark, are you willing to keep it safe today? He will say, yes, I will keep it safe today. Put it in. Go through the entire classroom. When that is done, they're all in. I'm going to close it. I'm going to lock it. First day of school, and I'm going to say, my job is to keep you safe, and your job is to keep it safe. So my job is to keep you safe, and your job is what? To help keep it safe. You did it. And guys, we're going to be practicing that every day. So you're going to learn exactly what your job is, and I'm going to keep you safe. We did it. That's a Safekeeper ritual. I close it, I lock it, and I put it by the door. That's how you introduce it. Then I'm going to refer to this all day long. We're lining up to go to recess. Boys and girls, let's remember, my job is to keep you safe. What's your job? To help keep it safe. We're going to lunch. We're going to talk about that. What are the commitments that we're going to use too? So I'm referring to the Safekeeper ritual all throughout the day so that the students are remembering, oh yeah, that's my job. I have to keep it safe. And they get this. When you break it down like that, that helps them to be able to understand and help them feel safe in the classroom. So that's what we do from day one with our Safekeeper ritual. And now I'm going to break it down to how do we get it going so how we can get it moving throughout the year. So that's the first step, where you're going to do it individually, each child. That's going to be very time-consuming. Plan for it. It's worth it. So after a few weeks, your younger one, it's going to take longer. If you're teaching second grade, they may be able to understand and see how it goes in a much shorter time. So it just depends on your group. So once you're ready and you know that your students have it, then the next step is you're just going to hand the stick or the item to every child at the same time in the circle. So then what it looks like is I would say, all right, Dream Team, it's time for us to do the Safekeeper ritual. I would pass out the sticks, and I'm holding the Safekeeper box. And I would pass it to Mark, and he would say, I'm going to be safe today. And he would put it in the box, pass it to his neighbor. Sophia would say, I'm going to be safe today. Put it in the box, pass it to the neighbor. So now do you see how that's going faster? And so now they're taking the responsibility of putting it in the stick themselves. So now I'm going to do that for a few weeks. Once my children understand the concept that they are going to say it and physically put it in the box themselves, now it becomes a part of our morning when they enter the classroom. So part of the morning routine. So they're greeted at the door. One of the first things they do when they walk in is they find their stick. Like this, they find their stick, they pick it up by themselves, and they say, I will be safe today. They put it in the box, and they go and pack their backpack. Then after when we're doing the Brain Smart Start and we've reviewed the commitments, then I simply say, all right, Dream Team, it's time for us to do the Safekeeper ritual. And then the helper goes and brings me the treasure box. They've already put their sticks in because they did that when they came in. They close it, or I close it, excuse me. I lock it and I say, my job is to keep you safe. Your job is what? To help keep it safe. So do you see how at the beginning of the school year, it takes a lot of time? And then once the school year's going, a minute, 30 seconds. Do you see that? Do you see the switch? Okay, so that's how I break down the Safekeeper ritual.